So how do you allow an unwanted, unproductive, unhelpful belief to become inactive? Just don't get it out and show it to anybody. Don't talk about it. When you think about it in relationship to where you want it to now be, and just sort of release it. You are the creator of your own reality. Do you know that? And the way you create your own reality is by offering a vibration that law of attraction responds to. By creating a vibration that equals your point of attraction. And your point of attraction is what's coming to you at all times. It's a vibrational response to your vibration. What you think causes those vibrations. Whether you're thinking about something from the past or something in the present or something in the future, your active attention to it in this moment where all of your power is what causes your point of attraction. So a belief, unless it's active, has no drawing power. It has no effect on what's going on in your experience right now. Most humans don't know that because they keep getting them out and dusting them off. They keep activating those beliefs by attention. They'll see something on television, or they'll read a book, or they'll be talking to someone across the table, and someone else who's having an experience begins to mention something, and as they mention it, you think about it, and as you think about it, you add to it, and as you add to it, you can reactivate a belief in about 17 seconds. Get past the 68-second mark, which is 17. Get past the 68-second mark, and you've got an active enough belief that it is now affecting your relationship with the manifestations that you're really looking for. So I want to just briefly give you the big picture. You were source energy before you came into this physical body, and the most of you still is. In other words, it's just a little bitty bit of you that's here now. And we don't want to minimize the importance of you in your now personality, but we do want you to put it in perspective with all that you really are, with all that you have become, and with all that you are every day becoming. So as you're here in this physical body, exploring the magnificent details of this time-space reality, you keep synthesizing the data. You just can't help but observe it, notice it, relate to it, and have an opinion about it. You can't help but do that. Your perspective demands it. You're selfish, and we mean that in every bit the most positive way that we can offer it. Your selfish perspective, from your selfish point of view of self, causes you to notice and conclude and decide. So as you are moving about your day, sifting through the data, many things are occurring to you, and your preferences are noted by the larger part of you, even if you don't have time to talk about them to yourself or to those around you. In other words, when something feels off to you, you launch a rocket of what you think from your now perspective would be the improved version of that. And you're doing it at all levels of your being. It is, in fact, what the evolution of all species is about. You just can't help but stand in your now, perceiving from your point of self, without acknowledging an improvement. It is the orientation of all that is, and it is absolutely the orientation of that which is you. Leading edge creators, pioneers in a sense, out here on the leading edge of thought, having exposure to life experiences which is giving birth to new rockets of desire. It is the perfect setup. You knew it when you came. So you're launching these rockets of desire all day, every day. Many more than it would even be helpful if we tried to acknowledge or count, because they are happening at all levels of your being, even cellular levels of your being. You're launching the rockets, launching these rockets of desires, preferences, improvement, what would be better. And as you're doing that, that larger part of you that we were talking about when we first began becomes the vibrational equivalent, synthesizes into its beingness the new improvement that you have just offered. In other words, the larger part of you, the vibrational part of you, the eternal part of you, the part of you that always has been and always will be, the part of you that's ready for you in all moments of all days, stands as the vibrational equivalent of everything that you have become. The way you make your path undeniable is by feeling for it on an emotional basis more than thinking for it. You are where you are. You can be hopeful, or you can be fearful. You can be hopeful or fearful. Now, so when you separate the reality of what is happening from your mood or attitude about it, now you begin to deal with things vibrationally, which is the basis of all things, rather than in terms of action. People will say, where I am is unpleasant. I want to be over there, and then I will feel better. And we say, you have to find a way of feeling better, or you cannot move over there. And people say, well, give me a reason to feel better, and then I'll feel better. And we say, you have to conjure the better feeling. You guide with vibration, and the manifestation follows the vibration. The you that is this eternal, emphatic, important, big vibration. And there's the you that's sitting here in your body having whatever experience you're having. When you merge these two yous, the power of that alignment is such that then you can't miss what you see. If something is a hell yes, then follow it. But if it's not, if it's anything other than I really want to do this, then it's equivalent of saying hell no. If it is limp, if it could go either way, then you haven't done the energy alignment work that is necessary. It's like picking the fruit that isn't ripe and then complaining that it doesn't taste good. And we say, let everything ripen. And the way you let that happen is by working on the thought and getting it into alignment. Let your work be an emotional journey, not a thinking journey. Don't try to think your way to your projects or to your success. Life and the contrast is what's thrown all that over in vibrational escrow. Do you know that every day that you're living and you know what you don't want, you put another piece of what you do want in it. All of these pieces that you are throwing over there into this vibrational escrow are melding together. The source energy you is becoming them, and the picture is beginning to form, and you don't have to figure out or dictate the path through which this stuff will unfold. All you have to do is do your best to chill out, do your best to feel good, do your best to appreciate, do your best to feel as good as you can feel, and what's percolating over there in vibrational escrow will say, hey, look over here. And when you look, you won't say, oh, I'm wondering about this. There is no possible way that you are not creating wonderful things, but there is a possibility of any of you being so tied up in the details of whatever it is that you are living that you're holding yourself vibrationally just out of sync with what is lighting up. Everything has the potential of lighting up fast. And what your life is supposed to be is just a series of saying, oh, that's the best idea I can find from here. And oh, that's the best idea I can find from here. And oh, that's the best idea I can find from here. And what begins to happen as you begin deliberately turning in the direction of the thoughts that feel better and better and better is that the things that light up are bigger and bigger and bigger and more and more and more exhilarating as they light up. Life is supposed to be fun and will be. It was never supposed to be a struggle. So when you say, I can't tell which way decision to make, what that always means is there hasn't been enough reaching for the thought that feels best to come into true alignment with what's already over there in your vibrational escrow. When life causes you to expand or to become more, you got to keep up with it, or at least be moving in the direction of it. Because if you're moving in opposition to your own desire, if what you are perceiving in some moment in time is causing you to reflect on things that are in vibrational opposition to your own desire, that creates a resistance within your vibrational field that shows up in your personal experience as negative emotion. That's what negative emotion always means. It means you have become something more than you are in the moment of your negative emotion, allowing yourself to recognize or be in vibrational alignment with. And so that's mostly what we'll be talking about today, how you can keep up with you, how you can move in the direction of who you really are. Because as you've moved through life, sifting through the contrast, the glorious contrast that is the basis of all expansion in all of the universe. as you are participating in this contrast, two different things are happening. The most significant is that you are coming to new awarenesses of what you prefer, whether you're speaking it out loud or not. You just can't live in a moment in time without the experience causing you to identify what you would prefer. It's just how we are all oriented. So as you're radiating those preferences, the non-physical part of you understands the newness that you have discovered, focuses upon it unequivocally with no resistance, becomes immediately a vibrational match to the new expanded version of you, which gives you an opportunity then to feel even more keenly your relationship with your own inner being, whether you're flowing in the direction of your new expansion or not. So while life is causing you to continually expand, it is also showing you what thoughts and habits of thoughts, that's what a belief is. A belief is just a thought that you continue to think. What habits of thought that you're bringing forward with you into your new day and your new day and your new day and your new day that are hindering the newness that you are asking to be. You hold beliefs from past experiences, maybe something that happened to you, maybe something that happened to someone else that you observed, maybe something that happened to your parents or their parents that they told the story often enough that you became a vibrational participant in that story. But what we're getting at is, at the same time that life, your life, is causing you to constantly expand, it's possible, probable, happening all day, every day, that the life that you have lived is holding you back from the expansion because you just keep believing stuff. And by believing it, we mean thinking about it, we mean activating it, we mean introducing it into your right now vibrational point of attraction. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You heard that, didn't you? So if you want something but you believe in opposition to it, your inner being has already become the vibrational equivalent of what you want and is calling you toward it because there is this vibrational reality where all cooperative components are being gathered and you are being gathered. You are the launcher of the desire. But if you're continuing to beat the drum of something that is not a vibrational match to what you are asking for, you're introducing resistance and you can feel it. That's what negative emotion is. And often you do it without even knowing you're doing it. You don't know. You don't really know across the board what beliefs you currently believe that are in your way. And the reason is because, you might want to write this down, you believe so much in your beliefs. You believe so much in them, and we understand why you believe in them, because when you believe something, you offer a vibration about it and you keep recreating it. So something that happened a long time ago, you keep renewing your membership to. You keep bringing it forward. And so then the memory, which could be very slight or non-existent at this point, is really active and alive because you talked about it today and you talked about it yesterday and you talked about it the day before, even though it happened 20 years ago. And so when people encounter you, you're a fresh new person